Yeah, that's what happened. We did.
I already gave. Well, me, spicy mustard, and mayonnaise. We already gave our full blown review of the Batman. The only two people left on this panel to discuss is our boy Javelin J and our boy Spike TV. So I'm gonna go resume back and record from that position right now, and we'll start off with Spike coming back from AEW Revolution. So Spike, do us all a favor and take it away, son.
I literally forgot what I was talking
Just start
about too.
over. Just start over.
All right, so basically, I enjoyed the like I said, I enjoyed the Batman review, and sorry, I said review. Wow, I enjoyed the Batman. Robert Pattinson's Batman. I also did enjoy his portrayal of Batman himself. I just want to get this out of the way. Jer- Jeremy Wright as Jim Gordon, I thought was a really good interpretation. Um, and even though, yeah, again, Jeremy Wright and Zoe Kravitz, they are black in this. I understand that, but they did a good job. Oh yeah, I know. Javelin made a few snarky comments in the theater. You wouldn't believe. I'll let him take over that, but overall, I think they did a good job portraying both those characters. Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz, how they played off each other. They just served great chemistry on screen. Um, and this was definitely a Caped Crusader Batman. Actually, we got to see him unlike Dark Knight, where we got to see mostly and the previous other iterations of Batman live action. We mostly got to see him in more of an action sense. We get to see Robert Pattinson's Batman do more detective work, which I've been clamoring for a very long time,
That
and
is
I'm very
true.
happy
That
that
is
we got to
true.
see that. Um, and again, this is year 2 Batman, so he's gonna have some inexperience still. He's still kind of green to this Cape Crusader hater thing, vigilante thing. Um, and I liked how he actually was handling himself in combat, even though he wasn't as stealthy as we would want him to be, like the ninja we know he is in like various other iterations. Um, it was pretty good actually. My only caveat is Batman and Bruce Wayne is a duality thing basically.
Mm.
There's not one without the other. And I would have liked to see his portrayal as a Bruce Wayne as well, because we're used to seeing because Bruce Wayne is he's a playboy, well, billionaire playboy philanthropist. I would love to see a little more of that, but it seems like the only thing we got was a Bruce Wayne that was so obsessed of doing justice, actually more so than his casual life of being a billionaire, enjoying his billions, basically. But instead, he's more focused towards his obsession with delivering justice to fix his city. Which, don't get me wrong, um, this was in this movie. I'm just gonna say he took a good L, honestly. He took a good L, and this is one
I
of those
agree.
L's where it was a learning lesson where he didn't save the city, however, but he gained the trust of the people of the city, which I'd say was very important. And what makes a hero
Hmm.
is if
Hmm.
like the people trust you actually to save them, and he did a good job on doing that. With that being said, I think I got to agree with my co-host Styles because we both write we both written our stories actually, and I've learned a lot from Styles, and I've learned a lot from my own writing classes. And the writing felt like it wasn't that it just didn't feel that great. Even some moments, even that dialogue from Zoe Kravitz, which was so cringy, and I can't believe that's that one line from Zoe Kravitz. Everything else perfectly fine. I with her. Like literally, it's just that one line was like, well, this was so out of place, actually. And it felt like also with uh with Robert Pattinson's Batman, they were trying to go in depth with the character. Actually, Spicy Mustard said that already. Technically, they were really trying to push the depth of the character, like go deeper into his psyche, but they didn't quite nail it. Actually, for me to actually like be a little more compelled with him, and I was like, you missed the mark. Yeah, I see what you were trying to do. Again, good ideas, but they missed the mark actually with that. Again, I did enjoy. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. Go ahead and enjoy. I implore you, go ahead and enjoy it. Go ahead and watch it. Sorry. And Colin Farrell's Penguin. That was a different take on Penguin. Um, I think I have to agree. I have to say, I wish they saved that driving scene. I wish they cut it out of the trailers actually, because that was such a badass moment. And I think my other gripe actually, not my only gripe, my other gripe would have to be Riddler. Actually, I didn't feel like this was actually the Riddler I had known from the comics, or
I do
even
agree.
or even it felt like I was watching the Zodiac Killer and Hush mixed together for some reason. For those of you who haven't read Batman Hush, I implore you to go read it. Um, there's some elements that Hush used that if not like when it comes to the Wayne family, Hush used some of those stuff actually, and this Riddler just felt like a very pure psychopath, like a pure psychopath actually. It was just like we know he's a psychopath, but he's a very calm intellectual psychopath that doesn't need to wear a freaking well, he wore a mask, but he didn't have that Zodiac killer look, which again, this is this world. I just let it fly. I thought it was really cool how I actually thought it was really good how he actually got the W in the end in a way by destroying the city, but he didn't get the W as in to corrupt the Batman actually. So I think that was actually a really good lesson actually. Um, now Alfred, he felt like more of a big brother honestly rather than the father figure. I'm gonna be honest.
I agree on that one.
I was just like thinking about it. I'm just like, and it took a while for me. I was like, he felt like a big brother in this one. Again, Andy Serkis, love him as an actor. He's a great actor, actually. He's a guy that he can has multiple roles. Actually, he can play multiple roles. But I think maybe if they're gonna do the next one, which I know they're gonna do a second one after the success of this one, breaking box office this weekend, the opening weekend of 128 million. I think it's million. I think it's 120 million. I have to look at the numbers. But I think next time around, which we'll get a more of a solidified father figure. By the way, where the hell was Wayne Mansion? They weren't even in there, were they?
Did I have one? Did I have a Wayne Mansion?
I thought so. I thought it was weird. I was like,
No, I didn't have a Wayne Mansion.
But my overall rating. Oh, are we doing ratings after this, or do you have to say?
I already gave mine. Is like I mean, mayo and spicy mustard already gave theirs. So give yours.
I'm gonna give this one a solid 8. I'm not gonna give it a 10. There was the writing because it seems like like I stated, the writing felt like they were trying so hard to be in depth with the character. Some some of the dialogue didn't felt out of place, and I would have loved to see a Bruce Wayne a little more joyous, not no Playboy Bruce Wayne,
Hmm.
um, in this honestly good portrayal of Batman, but I needed that Playboy Bruce Wayne. Last comment: this Gotham City was probably one of the best representation of a Gotham City
I agree.
to date because it was a mixture of because what we got in Christopher Nolan's, it was basically New York City basically.
Mm-hmm.
This one was a mixture of it was a modern day, but with a modern day city with some darker, deep down darker elements basically in there. Not elements, but appearances. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it actually felt like an actual Gotham City. I actually felt like I was escaping to someplace else other than thinking it was New York City.
I agree.
Yeah, it was. I gotta give this a solid 8. Good job on all the actors and the cinematography and the action.
I agree.
So good. So yeah, that's my review on this movie. Jay,
I'm waiting.
Hey.
Jay's the one that I've been waiting for.
Why?
We saved him for
Why?
last. 'cause
he
I've been
likes
wanting to
going
hear it.
last.
Why?
He likes going
Why?
last.
I've been waiting to
That's
hear
why.
your ad.
He likes going
Why?
last.
I've been
Why?
waiting. I've been waiting. Been waiting.
My turn?
It's your turn.
My turn.
Your turn.
Okay. So, Gotham City, the city that dwells at night, the city where chaos and pandemonium erupts on a consistent daily basis. Even when it's the daytime, it's fucking nighttime in Gotham City.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Gotham was nice. I like the intro of the movie, how Bruce Wayne is explaining how Gotham is and how they basically fear the shadow and what lurks in it because they think I'm there. which is the Batman. This is nice, and they put you in the same playing field as, or the same vision as the criminals, like down below, how they feel when they see the lights, the bat symbol in the sky and stuff, which was pretty cool. I really like that. And then we get to the tunnel. Was it the tunnel? Yeah, the tunnel where dude is getting jumped, mugged, whatever the fuck. And then they see the darkness. And I'm like, oh shit, we all know what's happening here. And next thing you know, you hear. I'm like, is that the Terminator coming through in this motherfucker? And sure enough, there he is, the Batman. I'm like, why this nigga walking that, stomping down the hallway and shit? I'm like, yo, just nicely, calmly come through the fucking shadow. Like, why are you storming like shit? So I was like, okay, so it's gonna be this kind of movie, a Batman that, like, G says, there's no stealth here, really. I mean, there kind of is, but kind of not, because Batman is announcing his appearance every time. Every time he's coming here, I'm like, this motherfucker just, like, come on, Batman. I guess this Batman has built the League of Shadows. Okay, cool. All right, whatever. Now, we have Bruce Wayne, right? Okay, I'd like to call him One Face. Not Two Face, One Face. You want to know why? Because he only had one face throughout the entire movie. As Batman and as Bruce Wayne. It hasn't changed. He had the same fucking face the whole time. Emo ass Bruce Wayne. Even when Alfred is in his deathbed, the motherfucker's still looking mad. Like, why do you look mad, Bruce? Get some. You're a playboy, right? Get some vagina. Like there's people in the
See,
the
that's
church,
how I was talking about.
Church/funeral, whatever. He goes there. You know, he just goes there looking sad, looking mad, angry. It's like, come on, Bruce. Like, and you're saying, okay, well, you know, why is he like this? Is it because of his parents? My guy, his parents died when he was a kid. He's an adult. Okay, cool. Okay, let's rule that out. All right. Well, maybe I would have felt more sympathy / compassion for Bruce Wayne if. And I know this is gonna be a little bit, kind of not double standard, but controversial, whatever. If they showed Bruce as a child with this whole family shit over again for this particular movie, I guess that did make more sense. But just the fact that we didn't even have that and he was like this, I was like, I don't know, it just that's not the big problem though. I wasn't really mad at that. I think the movie overall was good. I enjoyed Robert Pattinson's portrayal as Batman. I think he was good as Batman. His Bruce Wayne was complete stinky ass booty duty dooku, all that shit.
No lies.
Zoe Kravitz, what's there to say? She looking ferocious over here.
Fire.
She looking fine.
Fire.
Yeah, she look good.
Fire.
She look good. Wasn't too crazy about the Penguin or the Riddler. I feel like they had solid performances. But nothing like I could tell in the movie they tried to like get you with a scene that's almost reminiscent of The Dark Knight with the whole Joker in the fucking hospital scene, or maybe Harvey Dent's turn to Two-Face, but it just didn't hit. I think it's because the Riddler just wasn't convincing enough. Not he wasn't bad, but he wasn't convincing enough. You know what I mean? So does that mean we shouldn't have any more Riddlers in live action? I don't know. There's a lot of questions to be added here. I really don't need to add too much to the story to my review, because you guys pretty much said everything that I wanted to say, everything that I needed to say. I'm just gonna talk shit about the funny parts, and that's all there is to it. So, One Face Wayne.
Yo, Jesus Christ, bro! Come on.
For that shit.
He's just roasting him now.
Cringe line Selena. Let's not forget her, because somehow, some way, you have a way to make a scene that's supposed to be meaningful so cringe. How the fuck you do that?
That took me out.
Make a scene like that.
Mm.
Like, come on.
That took me out, honestly.
Alright.
That took
All
me
right, all
out.
right, fine. Let me overlook this one time. Right? No big deal. I like how down to earth the overall feel of the movie was. So it wasn't too much over the top. It really did kind of remind me of Christopher Nolan's Batman or Dark Knight because not too much crazy, unrealistic type shits. And that's honestly what I prefer to see in the Batman. So like if a live action Batman. So that's why I wasn't too crazy about Ben Affleck's Bruce Batman, even though I think Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne was better than emo boy over here is Bruce Wayne, but you know.
Yeah.
Nope. He's right. Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne was better.
Wow.
Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne was
I'm
better.
just saying.
Wow.
Even though it's like it's really hard to really get. And when I think about it now, when we have so many different iterations of Batman, it's like, damn, it's really hard now to really say what is a good Batman. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
what really captures the essence of the character in the
I agree.
world and the lore.
No,
You know?
I agree.
Overall, I think the movie was enjoyable. 7.5 for me. I'm not giving it an 8. To me, it reminded me of Batman Begins in a way, where it's like it started out okay, but if they come back with it again, I hope that they learn, you know, what to make better. You know, I just hope they know what to make better, and you know, better heroes or better villains. I said heroes. My dumbass, better villains. That's all. That's pretty much it.
They're gonna come out with a second one because after that nice little ending they left us with the Joker. By the way, it's been confirmed that it's Joker apparently.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about another Joker.
There's no Batman without Joker. I mean, that's
No,
just,
I get you,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
get that, but
possible
we don't-
to do a
we don't
Batman
need
without
that.
Joker because look,
it is possible. It
Look
is
at
possible.
the Dark Knight Rises. That had Bane, and you know what's funny? That wasn't even a comic, really accurate depiction of Bane, but it worked for the movie that it was in, right? So
If-
who would you want to see in the next Batman?
If
We need
I
somebody
would
different
to-
though. That's what I'm saying. We needed a different character. I feel like we've already seen an iteration of Joker that's our Joker. Anybody else who like, and I'm talking about the recent movie that just came out, Joker. We would want to see that Joker. I think here's a problem. I think this is
Because
another reason
I
why-
think this Batman's world fits Joaquin Phoenix's Joker's world.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah, most
But
definitely.
I'd say if we're gonna someone who we haven't seen out of the Rogues Gallery, I would want someone that's gonna at least push Batman again. Actually, like a Hugo Strange. I would want to see a little bit of a Hugo Strange because Hugo Strange was technically supposed to be the Moriarty to Batman actually. So I would have loved to see Hugo Strange, especially since he runs Gotham. That would have been good, but I don't think we'll get that. We're gonna probably get a build up for this one, and Joker's gonna have a huge a part to play in the second movie. Actually, now I can't think of anyone else at the moment that I can think of.
I mean, you
I know
could
there's
do
a
Mr.
rogue.
Freeze, but does
No,
he?
we
I mean,
want someone more
could.
grounded.
No, I get that, but I think it still could be done because we haven't really had like a strong on-screen depiction of Mr. Freeze. And let's be real, Mr. Freeze, I believe he can challenge Batman intellectually. The guy's a genius. He's not
I agree
stupid.
too.
I
So,
agree.
You
But if
know,
we're gonna do Mr. Freeze properly this time, not the because with his backstory is like the reason why he's doing what he does because he wants to cure his wife. Actually, he's
Right.
basically a doctor.
Yeah.
You can actually make a good story out of that.
no, you could.
That's what I said. You can make a good story out of this.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I agree.
I don't
But
know.
that's what we're
I don't-
saying. Where it needs to be somebody different instead of the ones that we've already seen constantly.
Actually, Scarface. I think that would be a good one. Actually,
Scarface.
Scarface. Yes. He's that might be a good one actually. Scarface. So he's basically okay. There's a ventriloquist actually. Those who've ever seen the episode of a Batman the Animated Series. That's where I got the idea. I remember now. So it's a ventriloquist that's a nice, humble guy, but his split personality, he channels it through a gangster puppet, actually.
Yeah.
And that puppet basically is like the mastermind. He like so that yeah, you have to watch the episode how it works out. But I would like to see probably Scarface actually just portrayed.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly.
What's your overall rating, Jay?
I did. I said 7.5.
Oh, 7.5?
Yes, sir.
Shit, that's kind of high. Fuck.
He gave it an 8. What are you talking about?
Oh, you gave it an 8?
Spike gave it an 8.
Yeah, I gave it an 8, bro. I
Oh,
actually enjoyed it.
shit.
I mean, I actually enjoyed it. I don't think it was. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed everybody's
So
performance.
the thing is that, like, honestly, we need a villain that can be close to or on par with Heath Ledger's Joker. As impossible.
No,
as
that's
that
not.
sounds,
That doesn't sound possible. At
This
this
is what the
moment,
fuck I
bro.
just say. As impossible as that sounds,
On par at least.
you've got to do it. That's the only way you'll really ever break the ultimate Batman movie.
I agree
That
with
the
you.
villain has to be on par or better than Heath
Mhm.
Ledger, and
Mhm.
honestly, we don't really see that happening.
Mhm.
But it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
I
Just
agree.
got to find the right villain or make a villain.
Well, since we're actually now that I think about it, Black Mass would be a good idea as well. So they could actually play around with Black Mass since what happened to Gotham at the end was like now there's going to be a power vacuum with Maroni's dead now actually. So technically
he's
they can.
gone.
So they technically not only Penguin's going to try and take take up the power basically, but you can have someone like Black Mass try and come in. Maybe you could put. Well, they hinted at Hush.
They hinted at Hush.
They hinted at Hush. So technically,
Oh.
we could possibly see Hush. I don't think we had a proper depiction of Mad Hatter live action. Actually,
No, we did not.
no. So we can probably get that. I mean, who knows? Things can go there. But however, I want my Dick Grayson. I like live action in a film. Okay,
But
we
I
got
think
him on Titans.
he needs a like he definitely needs a he needs like somebody different though.
for Dick Grayson.
Yeah, he I think like a Teen Titans or type deal because like we really don't need we like he's enough to be a standalone character.
What, Dick Grayson?
Yeah, honestly.
So you don't think Robert Pattinson's Batman would do?
I'm not
would
saying
be fun?
it won't be, but what I'm saying is you know, it he's enough to be standalone. We don't need him to be with Batman. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not saying I want like Brenton. What's his last name? Brenton Thwaltz. I think Brenton Thwaltz. Yeah, that's the guy that plays
Yeah.
Nightwing in Titans. Again, he does a great job. That's my fucking Dick Grayson. Like I was like, that's
I agree. I agree too.
But for this world, I guess we'll see how Robert Pattinson plays out to see if he'll get his little partner in crime. That would be kind of cool though. But let's see how this plays out, man. Because it seems like it's a
Yeah,
darker.
because and I will say that I like the fact that they put Gotham in some serious trouble with it being flooded and stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, yeah. When you put Gotham in danger and then you have Batman come in and do the best that he can, I really do enjoy that type of stuff.
Yeah, most definitely.
It goes to show you how like Batman is not the perfect superhero at all because he couldn't
Exactly.
even save Gotham like that because it still ended up underwater. So I'm interested in seeing how it's like going forward.
Are they basing? I wonder if they're basing this off of elements from Zero Year. Actually, Batman Zero Year. Read the comic.
It felt like a blend of everything. I'm not like that's just me being honest. It literally felt like a blend of everything. So,
Right.
I mean,
I'm gonna read Zero Year one more time. It's been a while, but I digress. I think again that was Again, I'm giving it
Love
an
to
8.
digress. You love to digress.
Shut up.
Jesus.
I'm giving it an 8 though, because again, I enjoy. I look forward to the second movie.
I did not give it my rating. I still need to
what is your-
watch it again. And I said it on the previous when we were recording that I will not give it a rating. I will have to rewatch it again. This is one that I will have to sit on for a while. Same thing with Batman Begins. When I first saw Batman Begins, I had to sit on it for a while because I couldn't. I wasn't able.
No,
to
you
fully
did. When did you see Batman Begins?
When I was in high school.
How
That
old
makes
were you?
sense.
When did Batman Begins came out?
Like 2004, 5-ish.
Yeah, I didn't graduate till 2012.
Man, shut the fuck up. Your ass was not even thinking about dissecting movies back then. We were kids.
2005.
Damn, I
2005.
guess he
When
knew
we
me
was
back
kids-
then. I guess he knew me back
When
then.
we were kids, we don't think about dissecting stuff like that. We just enjoy it.
I
Either
did.
It sucks or
I
it's
did.
fun.
I
Lies.
did.
Okay, it came out 2005. You're telling me your ass was thinking of? Well, I mean, I critiqued.
Because
it
I
as
remember
when
I
was
watched
at
it
that
with
time.
Med when
Yeah.
he was over here. I remember me and him we didn't know what to think about it. We were like, yeah, it's cool, but we didn't know what to like. We literally were like,
Okay, all right. Excuse me.
yeah, you excuse.
I'm curious. Would you want Robert Pattinson's Batman?
No, I don't listen.
Do you know where I'm going?
Listen. You were saying, do you want me to? Are you asking me? Do I want him to come back as Batman?
No,
That's a good
that's
question.
not. Well, that wasn't what I was going to ask, but
Okay, good.
that is a good question. No, that is a good question. Would you want him to come back as Batman? But do you think he could, if he comes back, do you think he could do a better job as Bruce Wayne? Because he's already proven himself to be a good Batman, actually.
I mean, shit.
His Bruce
Yes.
Wayne needs a lot of work. If he's going to give us that Bruce Wayne, keep it. I don't need that shit. Save it for the birds or the ducks in the pond, whichever one. Doesn't make no difference.
Damn. He said the ducks and the birds.
Shit.
Damn.
I would want him to come back, honestly, but his Bruce Wayne needs improvement, like major improvement. I'm just like, I can't tell like this. I mean, go to Christian Bale for pointers, bro, because his Bruce Wayne.
I don't think he was a bad Batman though.
No, I said no. He wasn't a bad Batman. Go to Christian Bale for pointers on how to portray Bruce Wayne. Hell, even George Clooney and Val Kilmer did a good job as Val Kilmer. Like I said, they both did a great job as their Bruce Waynes, actually.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, Ben Affleck did a good job too. We just talked about that. So, I would want to. My question was, would you want eventually for this Batman / Bruce Wayne to be trained by Ra's al Ghul or the League of Assassins, or is that too played on too much though?
That's hard.
Yeah, I was about to say, if we want him to be the stealthy ninja-esque, that's the best Batman that could possibly do that.
That is true.
But that's not to say he
Well,
can't learn. That's to say he can't learn from being in the darkness as Bruce Wayne, or excuse me, as Batman. I guess he can't be super ninja-esque, but he can still learn to use the shadows to, his Batman needs. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe just not as skilled, which we could see because he was very, very clunky as Batman.
Again, year 2 Batman. So
No, I get that.
No, he knows. He's just saying, like, motherfucker was clunky as fuck.
And I actually appreciated that. They didn't insult our intelligence
No, they did not.
with that. Other things they did. But
That part.
yeah, that one part. Yeah, that one part. We.
So
hate thinking about it.
Bruce did. He did a bad job, and yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it.
That's true. That was it.
All right, so you gotta give us your rating when you come back. Then
I will. Because at this moment, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to give it. It was good and all, but it wasn't great.